The following is a Hallis Beer Hall production.
Big time players make big time plays.
Welcome to another edition of Hallis Beer Hall. Today is November 30th, and boys, I have an announcement to make. The Chicago Bears are the number one overall seed in the NFC. Number one overall seed.
Let's go.
Heading into December for the first time since 2006, when Sexy Rexy led us to an NFC championship game victory to get to the Super Bowl. The Bears went 4-0 against the mighty NFC Beast this season. The Bears-Eagles alliance officially over. Most recently, the Bears defeated the Super Bowl champion Eagles 24-15 on Black Friday, which leads me into the question, how many Super Bowls are we going to win? Connor.
I mean, we just got to win one playoff game, and it will be better than our 2019 team, and it will be like our, 2014 or 15? I don't know, one of those years. I think we won one playoff game or something like that. Maybe it was like 12. I don't know. But we win one playoff game. It's playing with house money at this point anyway, but I could die a happy man if we win one playoff.
I think that at this point, I'm riding a high personally. Like Friday was insane for me. But I think if we win out the rest of the season, and go into the playoffs with a bye and home field advantage, I think we could win a Super Bowl. Why not? Why not us? You know?
Why not?
Why not us?
Well, Hank, why don't you let the people know what your Friday was like?
I'll let Aaron hit off his prediction.
The fact that we're even having this conversation about Bears and Super Bowls is unbelievable. Like, we got 5 wins last year. Before that, like, who knew what we were doing? And it's one of those things too where it's like, what team, like, there are teams in the AFC for sure that are good and like can turn it on at any point, but we've also seen those teams lose. So there's not like a team that I'm like deathly scared of. I'm scared of like players for sure. Like Patrick Mahomes, when he decides he wants to win a game, he'll go win a game. But for the most part, there's not a team like dominating unless I just can't think of one. So yeah, I think probably Caleb has 6 or 7 Super Bowls in his career, putting him with the best.
Rams
of the best.
look okay. Rams look all right.
It's true. But lost to the Panthers today. So, I mean,
Idiots. Bryce Young.
Yeah, Carolina should pay him for sure.
I think the Panthers might even make the playoffs. They keep winning. So
That'd be wild for them. Be quite the experience, I'm sure.
Panthers won the Bears trade.
Yeah.
First guy to say it.
I can't believe we're first in the NFC. First seed in the NFC. It's like insane to even think about.
In December. It's not even like this is like, oh, we won one game, LOL, we're looking at the standings. This is prime time of the season. And we're number 1 in the North, we're number 1 in the NFC. Life is good.
And we just beat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Mm-hmm.
And we beat them. We controlled the entire game.
Dude,
we mauled them.
It was insane. I think they went before they had like a decent drive. How many 3-and-outs did we hit them with? At least 5.
It was like 5 or 6 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. First half, I think they had 2 first downs.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
And the Eagles are just booing the shit out of their offensive coordinator after winning the Super Bowl, which is kind of an insane behavior. So yeah, that kind of leads me to the next question. Before we get into specifics, boys, I was going to say, what would you say the Bears' identity is right now, besides our sexy head coach? If you had to talk about the Bears' identity, I I kind of think our strength is running the ball, and then obviously we could talk about takeaways. But Connor, if you had to talk about the Bears' identity, what do you think? Like, what makes this Bears team great
It's just
besides our
dudes.
coach?
It's just dudes who believe in what we're doing right now, and they believe they can win. They believe our defense can get a takeaway, like you said. They believe that our offense can pick up the first down, and in the fourth quarter, if we got a drive to win, they believe in Caleb to get it done. And I think it's just a bunch of guys that believe. And you know what? Maybe it's because the Pope's from Chicago. Maybe it's because we are a Catholic podcast and we're sending it out there. Maybe the Lord is just with us right now, because even the media has done a fucking 180 on the Bears, and everything's changing. Our culture, the media perspective, the players' belief in themselves, as they're saying, it's not the same old Bears. We're just a different team, and motherfuckers are about to be put on notice. So
Well,
that's
to piggyback on that, they were saying in the media, like, Ben Johnson had put everybody on notice. Like, it's insane how, like, just that little switch where it was like, oh, we should probably consider them a decent team, even though apparently us winning against non-winning teams doesn't count. I don't think that's true, but I don't know, man. Identity wise, yeah, I'm with you on Connor. It's hope, and just trust in, like, the guy next to you. I think I was reading something too, is like, Tooney, like, the fact that is it Tooney that has 6 Super Bowl rings, or is it 4? Is it 6?
yeah. Yeah, he had 3 with the Pats, or maybe he has 2 with the Pats and then 2
It's
with the Chiefs.
it's 2,
What it
2,
is?
and 2, isn't it?
He has a lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, it's the fact that this guy got brought to this team, and he's just like, I don't know what he's saying, but he's got to be saying something to that O line, because they're fucking dominating. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
I think all of them together have just, they're all, well, what, 3 of them are from other teams that got here this year. So they just all like locked in and we're like, yo, we're fucking winners. We are not losers. And I mean, just look at how many times Caleb's been sacked to this point in time compared to last season. I think he ended last season with 60, 63,
68, I think.
68, yeah, 68 sacks.
I think he's at like 15, 16 right
They
now.
don't get to
something
him,
like
dude. They don't give up sacks. They don't give up
that.
sacks.
Oh,
They don't give up hits 2 yards off the run. It's insane. I think
The
actually,
spin move fakes out everybody.
yeah. I think actually, didn't we get the offensive line coach from somewhere? He's like super intelligent too. I have to get
We'll get into game balls. We'll get into game balls. I would say one stat about the offensive line: 68 sacks last year, on pace to give up 28 this year, 40 less than last year.
What are we doing?
Unbelievable.
Aaron, identity from your perspective.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with offensive line. Like, running the ball, I think, is like massive. I think the offensive line plays a huge part of that. I think grabbing Drew Dahlman, huge. Grabbing Tooney, huge. Jonah Jackson, awesome. Seeing Theo work out, but now I think it's Ozzy's job. They're both great. So again, shout out to Poles, can really identify offensive line talent. And then Darnell Wright has been huge as well. So I think them being a steady presence has allowed Caleb more time, obviously. It has allowed these running backs to kind of run wild, like Kyle Monangai, 7th-round pick, just going crazy. DeAndre Swift having a career year. Like, I think they have really brought this offense together. And I loved them getting a game ball from Ben Johnson this week, and like them all coming up, accepting it. Everyone's pumped for them. Caleb was like shouting "O-line," which was kind of crazy, but like shout out to that. So yeah, I think just like the identity that they've built around the run game, how that will translate to the pass game, and then honestly, like these long drives too. Like I think I was listening to Nashawn Wright talk in the locker room after the game, and he's like, "Yeah, we were just sitting on the bench, like being like run the ball," and they were doing it. So they're eating up tons of clock. That's tiring out the defense. I think there's like a domino effect there. So identity, I think, running the ball and that opening up different parts of the game of Ben Johnson's game plan.
Yeah, I totally agree. That you guys already touched on it, but we could get into game balls. I'll start us off with my first game ball. Offensive line coach Dan Ruchar. I'm giving it to his wife, Patty. Nice woman. So we're gonna go through a little bit of history of Dan Ruchar, offensive line coach, and then I'll let you know why Patty gets the game ball. So Dan Ruchar, Bears offensive line coach. He was a quarterback for Northern Illinois. Grew up a Bears fan. He's been coaching offensive line for 41 years. His first year coaching was actually under Lee Corso at Northern Illinois. Before this season, Dan Ruchar retired for a month after coaching the Tulane offensive line for the last 2 years. Ben Johnson knew all of this. He knew he was retired, but still decided to give him a call. Ruchar was not sure about coming out of retirement to coach, so he does what any man does, ask his wife for advice. Dan said to Patty, we could travel the world and do a lot of wonderful things. And Patty said, we're not going to be doing any of that. We wouldn't be doing any of that. You would just be watching football the whole time. At this point, Dan Ruchar called Ben Johnson back, said he wants the job, and I think for that we owe Patty Ruchar whatever she wants. Growing up a Bears fan, Dan Ruchar wants one thing, a Super Bowl for his resume. He doesn't have a Super Bowl, and more importantly for the city of Chicago. He's 65 years old. I think we give him a lifetime contract. Before I get in the O-line stats, we all have to admit the talent's a little better than this year. Aaron said, Caleb shout-outs to the O-line. Last year, I don't think he was shouting out Nate Davis and Tevin Jenkins. I didn't hear much.
No.
I don't know about you guys. I didn't hear much about Nate Davis and Tevin Jenkins. But this year, as I just said, 68 sacks last year. On pace to give up only 28 this year. 40 less than last year. We are top 5 in allowed sack percentage with 4.2%. 4% allowed sack percentage this year. Last year was a 10%.
Jesus.
We are second in the NFL in yards before contacts per rush at 1.13 yards. If you're picking up 1.5 yards before even getting touched, you're going to win most games. We're second in the NFL in quick pressure rate, 9.3 seconds. That's a lot of time. We are first in the NFL pass block win rate. We're winning 73% of our pass blocks. We are also first in the NFL in average time until pressure allowed. We're also first in the NFL in average time until sack. For this, I thank Patty Ruchar for pushing her husband to get back into coaching. And if she's ever in Logan Square and needs a drink, if she needs yard work, if she needs her driveway shoveled with snow, please let me know what I can do to repay you for blessing us with your husband, who's in charge of this dominant offensive line. That's my game ball. Patty Ruchar, over to you, Connor.
I got 2. So Declan Doyle actually is going to be mine. They were showing him in the booth. I know some of, Caleb's been overthrowing and underthrowing and stuff, but I've been seeing some of these plays develop. And yes, it's because of our offensive line too, but like Declan Doyle is working with he's driving a fucking Ferrari right now. The way these guys are crisscrossing, moving around the field, tricking defenders, getting guys open. I mean, it's literally like a masterpiece. I don't know which part of it is Ben Johnson's and which part of it is Declan Doyle's, but either way, it's making our running game look like we got fucking Walter Payton back. So,
None of it is Declan Doyle. None of it is Declan Doyle. But you can continue.
It's hey, he's doing something.
Even if he's there just to be Ben Johnson's friend at 11 p.m. in Hallis Hall, that's an important job. Everyone needs that.
And then my second one is shout out to Cream Sleeve on X. This guy is the supposed, in quotation, janitor for Hallis Hall, but he's very positive on X always. talking to motherfuckers, and it's hilarious. And from custodian to custodian, you got a game ball buster. So
Awesome. I'm gonna just double up again. I think, and it's probably just a cop out for me, but I'm gonna give my game ball to the O line. I don't care if it's cop out. They deserve it. The way that they double team the Eagles and literally defeathered them on the O line, it was disgusting. So that's mine.
Oh yeah, love the
Feathering is awesome, Hank.
Hey, man.
Also, like, if you think about it, like, how many people on this offensive line could have a shot at the Pro Bowl? Like, that's how good they're playing, which is unbelievable. When's the last time we've ever talked about that? Like,
It's the
so
whole line probably has the opportunity to do that.
that
yeah,
is literally
maybe minus Ozzy and like Theo, but it's just because they haven't played enough and they're a little raw. But everyone else, I think you gotta send them.
okay. For as long as we've been Bears fans, as long as I can remember, our problem has been our offensive line. It seems like we just beat the fucking defending Super Bowl champions and we've won 8 of our last 9 games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty fucking dope.
Pretty fucking dope. My first game ball is gonna go to Nashawn Wright. I think,
Good pick.
yeah, I mean, game ball for getting a game ball. I think he should have got one in the Minnesota game, but we had to give it to Kevin Warren. It was his birthday. Totally understand. That makes sense. But I think
Oh, yeah,
this is the
sure.
first one. This is the trust God. This is the first one of his career. I think he's just been playing unbelievably. Coming in, not much is expected of him. He gets a shot here, and he's obviously making the most of it. I think he has 5 interceptions, 3 forced fumble recoveries. It might be leading the league for takeaways. I'm not sure. Yeah, hell yeah. So I think just like what he's been able to do, coming from like a practice squad type of player and being able to contribute like that, I think is just unbelievable. So very excited to have him here. I don't think we're having the same conversation if he doesn't do what he has been doing. So shout out Nashawn Wright. Many more to come, hopefully. And honestly, just listening to his like post game presser, just a nice guy, super humble, very grateful, and just trying to work hard and do what he can for the team. So very excited that he's a Chicago Bear. I think he'll get paid next year. Hopefully it's by us, but he deserves whatever he gets. So
That's for Coach Beam, his high school coach, the last chance you guy. Aaron, I think trust God's a great point from Kevin Warren. Okay, so my next game ball, it's going to be running back coach Eric Bieniemy. This guy got multiple head coaching interviews, 8 to be specific,
Jesus.
and he didn't get any of them. So
wow.
I did a little bit of research. I shout out the O-line coach doing his job, and that means it's on the running back to make plays if the gaps are there, and the gap schemes and the progressions. And since the running backs have been dominating, I would like to give my second game ball to Bears running back coach Eric Bieniemy. Although Eric Bieniemy must be on top of the world right now, receiving a Hallis Beer Hall game ball, he has been in a little bit of trouble. Eric Bieniemy history. As a freshman in college at Colorado Boulder, Eric Bieniemy got into a fight at a bar after being called a racial slur. This is okay from my perspective. However, over the next couple years, he got pulled over 7 times and got arrested for fleeing the scene of a crime.
Oof.
His statement was, "I thought once you exchanged information with the police officer, you could leave the scene." They arrested him at his house a couple hours later.
Oh, no.
This one's not okay from my perspective. Finally, on July 4th, 1990, firefighters were called to his house after him and his brother started a small fire because they were lighting fireworks in his mom's garage. He did get arrested again at his mom's house and got suspended for 1 game at the University of Colorado. I need more details on this one to comment if that's okay or not. All right, I tricked you guys into thinking that was the last one. Trouble with the law, but nope, there's more. In 1993, Eric Bieniemy was banned from campus for a year, University of Colorado, because he assaulted a parking lot attendant. This one's not okay. That was the last time he got in trouble. Just kidding. In 2001,
Jesus.
after he was banned from campus, Colorado made this executive decision to hire him back as the running backs coach because he obviously is thriving in the city of Boulder, except for his 2 arrests, 2 fines, and multiple citations. 1 month after being rehired as the running back coach at Colorado, he was arrested for a DUI. This one's okay, depending on reasoning. All right, last one for real. I'm done bringing up his past, except in 2001 when 3 of his running backs got accused of rape multiple times. Although he's not the best coach behind the wheel, he's doing a fantastic job behind Dan Rouchard's dominant offensive line. Versus the Eagles, the Bears' 2 running backs under Eric Bieniemy had 125 rushing yards each. Kyle Monangai had 130 rushing yards on a touchdown and 22 carries. DeAndre Swift had 125 rushing yards and a touchdown on 18 carries. The Bears finished the game with 282 rushing yards. The Eagles' defense surrendered 84 rushing yards in the first quarter, the most that they've given up in a single quarter since 2022. The game also saw the Bears gain 142 rushing yards in the first half, the most rushing yards Philadelphia has given up in a first half since 2015. Moral of the story, as long as we don't have to play at the University of Colorado, I think Eric Bieniemy's got these guys headed in the right direction, especially after outrushing the Super Bowl champs by almost 200 yards in their place. That's my second game ball. Eric Bieniemy, over to you, Connor.
I will just say, from what you just described with Eric Bieniemy, it was 3 of his running backs on the team that did that, so he had nothing to do with it. That's not on him. That's his boys.
As the running back coach, I don't love those numbers, but great coach.
And then also he got
Better coach than human.
He got in trouble in college for drunk driving and then for lighting a fire at his own house on 4th of July while lighting fireworks. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that should be allowed. That's okay.
It's like he fucking rules. So,
And now he's lighting fireworks at Lincoln Financial Field against Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and the Eagles defense. So he's learned from his mistakes. Fireworks on offense behind this offensive line.
There you go.
that was like 25 years ago. So I think he's fine. No, that's all that matters. People change.
Yeah.
So.
He learned from his mistakes.
Yep.
Connor, second game ball, even though you gave out 2 already. Third game ball.
No, I don't have any more. My Declan Doyle take was terrible too. I'm gonna get flamed on that one, but I'll just stick with cream sleeve. That guy fucking rules. So
Love that. Hank, second game ball.
You know, I didn't really think through my second game ball, but oh man, I probably am gonna hate myself for saying this, but you know, we did kick some field goals in wind, and Cairo did hit every single one. Might just have to give it to Cairo. I might just have to give it to Cairo. He's has the leg for accuracy, and you know, in that stadium against the Eagles with the wind blowing like that, their kicker missed. So
can I piggyback on that real quick?
sure.
Dan Campbell lost the fucking game the day before by not kicking field goals. And it seems like we figured out when to kick a field goal. Yes, did we mess up a 4th down conversion? Yes, we did one. But then guess what? Ben Johnson kicked field goals the rest of the fucking game. So that's what you do. You adapt. Dan Campbell not adapting. Just after missing one, he's like, all right, we're gonna just keep trying for it on 4th down. Guess what? Did it another 2 times. Failed.
You know,
Each time.
Connor, I'm gonna reverse piggyback on that. Dan Campbell must know that I have Bates as my kicker on my fantasy team that I'm versing Aaron this week, and just didn't want to give him points. So that's gotta be why.
But that just stunk because it's like, dude, you could have beat the Packers.
Yeah.
You
fuck.
looked to the Packers and you didn't. because you're too stuck in your ways of like, I gotta show that I can convert on 4th down. It's like, bro, get points. Points win games.
That's fair. That's
I-
fair ruling there, Connor. Aaron.
Yeah, I just would like everyone to know that that is not a unanimous thought on this podcast. The Packers did score 2 touchdowns on 4th downs, but that's okay. My 2 game balls are gonna go to both of Ben Johnson's pecs. What an electric moment for him to take off his shirt and feed the city of Chicago. I thought that was so sick. He's so in shape. I also love that the offensive line was about to break it down, and Ben Johnson's like, no, this is my moment. Like, let me do this. And they're like, yeah, absolutely, you can do this. Even the camera people were smiling. Like, everyone was bought in. There's like stills of like the camera shot going around Instagram right now where like a dude was also shirtless in the back punching a hole in the ceiling. That's kind of crazy. So just electric all around. Very funny that he bought into the bit. And I think by association of being the owner of those pecs, game ball to Ben Johnson as well. Just doing an unbelievable job. The fact that this guy is only 39 years old is absolutely wild to me. So I have about 6 years to get in that type of shape. So we'll see how that goes. But he's able to like really lead these guys. They're completely bought in to a guy that like hasn't played a high level of football. I mean, like he played in college, or maybe in college. They showed him in high school, and he played like 3 snaps in the state title game. So, like the fact that he is still such a football guy with like limited playing experience and able to lead all of these other men, I think is just, I think it's very powerful. And I think I'm just glad we got him. Like I'm so happy that he's our head coach, and I think between the winning this season, between Caleb Williams developing, and then Ben Johnson, like we're going to be able to really sign whoever we want in the offseason this year. And I think that's so fucking exciting to finally be that team that's like getting in these major free agents. So shout out Ben Johnson's pecs. Unbelievable. I've watched that video probably 1,000 times.
I think everybody has, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause everybody there. But it's yeah, it is one of those videos where I'm like, am I watching this too much? But literally, it is electric, and it is like just hearing everyone like chant those words and just
Yeah.
screaming, pumped up. Like it's like, oh my god, this team is so united, and like, man, all right, but it's perfectly fine to be happy. We've done great. We're on top of the world. Let's enjoy it. We are about to face the Packers twice.
All right.
So it's like what was that, Jonah Jackson? He's just like, let's look forward, and we got the Packers next week. And it's like, goddamn right, dude. Let's fucking get real. Let's get big and tough. Get the fuck after it, dude. Let's fucking
This is the big one.
I would say it's like anything, like take all that energy that you had that last game and just fuel it into this fucking game, because this game is the one that fucking matters.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope they're just watching Aaron Rodgers free play touchdowns over and over and over again to just have the hate course through their fucking veins, because that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting ready for this week, so they better be fucking ready for this week.
Yes. And let's all just be thankful that we do not have JJ McCarthy as our quarterback. Good.
You mean
God.
9? 9, do you mean?
That
He's
video
a cringe demon.
That video of him making that face and getting all pumped up and shaking his head and shit, that might have ruined his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I actually ruined his career. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got some fun facts for you, boys. Eagles Super Bowl champs. This year, Caleb Williams has more passing yards than Jalen Hurts. This year, DeAndre Swift has more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley. This year, Kevin Byard, Nashawn Wright, Tremaine Edmonds, by themselves, have twice as many interceptions on their own than the entire Eagles defense combined this season. Super important stat. Cairo Santos has made more field goals than Jake Elliott this season, despite missing some time. And my fun fact of the week that does not mean anything at all, Tyson Bagent leads the NFL in scramble percentage at 20%.
No way.
Let's.
That's all I got for the Bears game.
I still have friends. It's just one guy who will probably listen to this. But he's still he's like hates Caleb and is talking about how he's not convinced yet and he still thinks Tyson could be better. I'm like, dude, we are 9-3. We are in first place in the NFC and we just beat the Eagles. Will you shut the fuck up?
And how many comeback wins have we had? And then I think like all you have to do is point to that last touchdown where Caleb threw it to Cole Kmet, and like that's what we're waiting for. That's the guy. Like against the grain, rolling out to his left side, fake to DeAndre Swift, toss a perfect ball to Cole Kmet, and like that's
your body across your body.
yeah, that's the potential that like we can clean up the small shit, but like not everyone can make those types of throws. So
go ahead, Juice.
Speaking of, we did clean up the penalties, by the way.
Yeah.
We were leading the NFL in penalties. The last 3 weeks, we are bottom 5 in penalties, which is fantastic to see. The boys are finally buying in. They're understanding the cadence. They are understanding their gap progressions. If you're going up to a linebacker, hit him on the right shoulder. If you hit him on the wrong shoulder, that's when the hold's going to get called. If you grab him on the back, if you're a little late to your block, that's when you get called for a holding. Super obvious, but we've cleaned that shit up a ton. Hank, what do you got?
On the back of that, I would just like to say Caleb did get a free play. And that does not happen. In the old Bears, that does not happen. That's like
it's 2 against the Steelers too.
Yeah.
Which was awesome to see.
So we're doing something right.
I mean, that's the thing too, is like, you know, the more Caleb grows with Ben Johnson and his system, this is year 1.
Yeah. It's a hard system to learn. Like they're throwing a lot at him.
I mean, that's what they said early on too, that they were like bombarding him with information. So
yeah, and I don't want to jump to conclusions. We still got the Packers and all that stuff and things. You know, it's the Bears. We're still the Bears. But it's literally looking like fucking Patrick Mahomes' first season with the Chiefs when he wasn't sitting on the bench. I mean, it's looking good. And it's like, oh shit, here's a new rising star and our new rising team to become a fucking dynasty.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Just saying too, like, even after that game where we beat the Eagles, the Bears are still not favorited to win against Packers.
Hilarious.
Plus 235 when I looked at it last. I was like, what is going on?
They're good. It's at Lambeau. We gotta prove that we can do it.
The Eagles beat the Packers 10-7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
we're playing at Caleb's house, so we'll win again. Caleb's undefeated there.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I do not feel that threatened by the Pack right now, especially after beating the Eagles. It'll be cool to see. Obviously, we play the Pack twice in 13 days. That's going to be interesting. Bears were touchdown underdog against the Eagles too, and we beat them at their house. Why can't we do the same with the Packers?
Agreed.
Is kind of my mindset right here. I think the Eagles defense is a lot better than the Packers. Micah hasn't really done shit except when he plays the Cowboys, and he had a good last game. He had like 3 sacks.
Against the
That's
Lions,
Thanksgiving. So, yeah, he's never faced Joe Tooney in the gap. He's never faced Jonah Jackson pulling. He's never faced a 6'8" Ozzie Trapillo coming down for a fucking, like, just a SWAT block off the edge.
Dude,
so
they'll probably end up double teaming him and putting him into the fucking dirt.
Yeah, we'll put him in a blender. I'm not too worried about the Pack. I think it's going to be fun. Jordan Love sucks. Josh Jacobs is kind of banged up right now. But our D-line stepped up too. I mean, you got to give credit to Dennis Allen. Our D-line's had injuries all year, and we have these dudes, Chris Williams, Daniel Hardy. These are guys who are just, not to be mean, they're not NFL caliber players, but they're playing their role, and they're getting the job done. They're doing everything they can. If we need to stop, they're getting stopped. They're stopping Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. We are the tush-push stoppers.
That is true.
They didn't even get it on the tush-push. We took the ball away on the tush-push. That is Dennis Allen just cooking. That is Nashawn Wright cooking. Aaron, to your point, I hope we bring Nashawn right back. I love this guy.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson's inconsistently healthy, and same with Kyler, same with Tyreek. Bring Nashawn right back. This dude is a baller. We have the money. I think we're like 7th in cap space right now. You can pay Nashawn Wright a little more. He already knows this defense. And then CJ Gardner-Johnson. I want to shout out this guy for stepping up for Caleb whenever Caleb gets rocked on the sidelines. In 2022, CJ Gardner-Johnson got traded to Philly. They made the Super Bowl. In 2023, he was on the Lions. They made the NFC Championship. In 2024, he got signed with the Eagles, and they won the Super Bowl. And in 2025, he's on the Bears, which means our floor is going to the NFC Championship game. This dude is a psychopath. He found a home here with Dennis Allen, and I love him on the defensive side of the ball. I love our D-line. I think we could definitely get some help. And now that we're winning and we're 9-3, we're leading the NFC North, why can't we go get a Max Crosby? Also, to your point, I think we need another receiver. I think we have a couple wide receiver twos, but Justin Jefferson doesn't look happy in Minnesota. He could be a dick and come play for us. Tyreek Hill is a free agent. He could come play for us. Imagine any of the guys in Ben Johnson's offense. I think Colston Loveland has the best hands on this team. I'm gonna stand by that right now.
Yeah.
But just in terms of throwing the ball downfield, I don't trust Rome with my whole heart. If you're thrown to a guy a deep ball, I trust Luther, which is insane. I don't trust Rome. I trust DJ. I trust Colston Loveland. I trust Cole Kmet, unless he commits a stupid fucking penalty like a block in the back, which seems like every big run he does commit a block in the back. Which receiver are you guys the most confident in moving forward for the progression of Caleb Williams?
Honestly, probably Luther. He's a dog. He wants to learn. I think he's probably grasping the offense a lot better. I don't know. And this goes hand in hand because obviously, like, I've noticed it a lot too. Caleb's accuracy is still very rough. So I don't know how much to blame it on receivers, but also like Rome just, I don't know, like he's there. He seems like he's into it. Like he's really good at blocking. Like he blocks hella good, hella hard. I love it, but also it's like, I don't know. It just seems like there needs to be like a second effort from him, at least in my thought process. Because like Luther will catch the ball and he's like, he acts like DJ where he'll like start to juke and try and like figure out how to get more extra yards. Whereas it seems like Rome's like just trying to figure out how to get the ball.
The yards after catch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I'd agree with that.
To be fair, like Rome does make some good catches when the ball is in his field, or in his reach. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely Luther over Rome at the moment, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think Luther has been balling out for sure. I still have hope for Rome, but buddy, you're a top 10 wide receiver pick. You got to make these catches. Like, I know that, like, there's accuracy issues and he's throwing the ball behind and whatever, but he's missed some well thrown balls. And like, you got to go get those ones that are behind. Like, you got to help out your quarterback. So they have to figure that out. I have faith that they will. I think they both have good attitudes about it. But yeah, I'm kind of with you guys too. I think Luther, I would have more faith in right now at this moment. He just seems hungry, like wanting to get better, wanting to be more than a role player. And then Colson Loveland, I think he has come on awesome. I think he is going to be a star, honestly, in this league. Though I do hope we keep Cole as part of that, like leveling up. Just because like he's a Chicago guy, and like I think that like he can talk with these players about like what it means. For example, like this Packers game. You know what I mean? Well, Luther grew up in the area as well, but some of these other rookies, it's like they might not know how much this game means, and Cole can kind of like be that local voice. We obviously have some other local players like TJ on the team as well, but yeah, I just like Cole Kmet, and he's been doing an amazing job blocking, I thought, this year so far. So I hope we keep him. But I think Colston, I think Luther, and Rome. Like I still have hope for it, but he needs to figure it out. DJ, like DJ's fine. Like I don't feel any type of way about him. I feel like he gets a bad rap because of his attitude or perceived attitude, which I don't think is really there. I think he's just kind of a chill guy. It kind of seems like actually like a leader when you watch some of the behind the scenes video, but meh, like he hasn't been doing a ton. So we'll see how the season kind of progresses. But yeah, and then I don't he hasn't really done much. I think he had a promising preseason, but kind of died there. I don't know, Connor, what do you think?
I think there are so many weapons on the Bears, and yeah, Rome's been missing a few passes in the past few games, but like I know his talent's there, and I think he'll just get better. He missed a few, but he's only getting like 6 passes a game. So it's like, yeah, you gotta catch him for sure. You're an NFL player and you're drafted, whatever. But like, it's his second year in the league. I can't. I'm trying not to be too quick on giving up on guys, just like I was with Caleb and with fucking every Bears quarterback ever. And I'm just like, Rome is a stud. We saw it last year when we sucked. He was making amazing fucking catches. In the beginning of this season, he had the most through 6 weeks. I think he had the most touchdowns of any wide receiver in the league. So he's fine. He'll find his juice. And then Colson Loveland's a fucking stud. Obviously, dude's a beast. I make parlay bets with him like every weekend. And then I love Komet too. He's been great blocking. He's just solid player. And if he's going to be your tight end too, there's not a better tight end too in the league, I don't think. So, you know.
If anything, good competition for Komet to stay like up on his game versus Loveland. So I think it's just a healthy competition there.
And Komet's like friends with everyone. He like goes to like a bunch of Bulls games and Cubs games and shit with like a bunch of the guys who are on the Bears team. So obviously he's like a great guy to have in the locker room and just a good person for like, I guess it seems like just support for his teammates. So,
Yeah. Caleb went to his wedding.
Yeah, Caleb went to his wedding. I mean, it's like these guys are just all believing right now and they're all gelling and they're all fucking winning. And that's all that matters. So it's like, do you want to break up chemistry to go get another rookie? Or do you want to keep a guy who's been on the team when they lost and then you're on the team when they win? I mean, this is a totally different sport. Look at Anthony Rizzo. He was on the Cubs when they lost 100 games and then when they won 100 games. And guess what? They won the fucking World Series. So, I mean,
yeah,
you look at it like that.
It's a really good point, actually.
Completely different, but I like that. I like the way it sounded. So
I don't know.
Okay, so nobody has Olamide Zaccheaus or Durham Smythe as their wide receiver ones.
Zaccheaus is like a trick play. Like
No Travis Homer or Jade Walker.
No.
I honestly see Zaccheaus being I obviously see Zaccheaus being gone next year, and then I see DJ Moore possibly being gone too. So, but I do like DJ a lot. I think he's just a good trade piece, or just we could get another wide receiver or something like if we went and got Tyreek Hill or someone like that,
I kind of agree with you, though. I kind of want to keep the chemistry with the boys right now. I think Zaccheaus is gone next year. I think kind of that fourth receiver, I'd love to see Jade Walker just step into that role. I mean, this dude's young. What if he breaks out and a couple years down the road when DJ's contract's up, what if we could pay Jade Walker on cheap? And he kind of could build that rapport. Obviously, he's youngin, and he doesn't get much playing time at all, except for when Bajan's in and we win by 40, which never happens. We always have a heart attack to win the game. Jake Moody's about to kick a field goal right now, by the way, for Washington to tie Denver Broncos. Yeah, our guy. Shout out him.
Aaron.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got for Bears. I mean, unless you guys got anything else, I was gonna make the switch over to college football. Unless you guys want to talk anything else, Bears.
I don't have anything else, Bears.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into college football then. So, obviously, college football is fucking crazy right now. I'm going to give my playoff picks and preview next episode. The standings right now are insane. It's conference championship week. You don't know where anyone's going to be ranked. So, I'm going to wait for that to kind of settle. The biggest news of the week, I feel like it's been going on for like the last 3 days. Lane Kiffin finally agreed to a deal to become the next head coach at LSU, because I guess the state of Louisiana is just so much better than the state of Mississippi for some reason. Absolute dick move to leave your team when you're going to the college football playoff. He said he wants to coach Ole Miss for the rest of the year and then go to LSU after the year, which poses another question for you guys. If your college coach got you to the college football playoff, would you let him stay and coach the rest of the season knowing he's going to leave after the year, or would you just kick him off campus immediately?
That's tough. I mean, if I was like any college like student, I think at the time I'd probably just be like outright pissed off and be like, just get him out of here. Like, we know he's leaving. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna get us here and then you're just gonna leave us and like what? Beat us to the wolves?
Go ahead.
Aaron,
James.
Barry Odom has you guys 12-0 going to the college football playoff. But he says he's leaving for Notre Dame, but he wants to coach the rest of the year. But the playoffs haven't started yet. Are you telling him kick rocks, get out of here, or you want him to coach the rest of the season? This is a hypothetical because Purdue will never be good at football. I just wanted to put asterisk.
It's true. 7-0 in college basketball, though, number 1 in the nation. We're a basketball school. But I think I let him stay. I think it gets weird where, like, what if, like, what's the policy around him talking to players on the program and, like, obviously trying to entice them to come to LSU next year? I wouldn't want that distraction, but I don't know. Like, you are already so close. If you can go win a national championship with this guy, it doesn't matter if he leaves. Like, you got your national championship. That's, to me, that's the biggest piece. So I think that I would keep him, and then that gives me time to formulate my plan. It's already a distraction when he leaves. He's like posted the little note of like, "Oh, Jake Moody," and it's in.
Clutch.
It's already like a distraction with now he's posted the note being like, "Oh, they don't want me here," blah 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 blah. So I don't know. I think I let him stay. I think I make it a non-story until the off season and see how far you can go with what you have. And then in the meantime, like, start to figure out your coaching search. And then once you hire that guy, he can go on the recruiting trail. Again, I don't know how recruiting rules work, like if he's allowed to do that now, but go send that person out. And now they don't have to juggle multiple things. Like, you have Lane Kiffin just focused on doing his stuff with Ole Miss. And then you have your new coach going out on the recruiting trail, going to high school games, figuring out that stuff. So I say let him stay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you get rid of him. I mean, my analogy that I wrote down here, which totally is relatable to my life, it's like your ex-wife asking if her and her new boyfriend could stay at your house until the lease is up. Like, that's just not going to happen. You got to choose one or the other. If you want to go to LSU, go to LSU. If you want to stay at Ole Miss, stay at Ole Miss. But you can't coach us for the next month if they go to the college football playoff. He's just going to convince every coach to come to LSU. He's going to convince every player to come to LSU. And he's just going to poach your entire program. Today he said
that anyway, though.
Yeah, I mean, today they got rid of him and said, no, we don't want you to coach. And he said, hop on this plane with me to LSU. If you don't hop on the plane, you're not coming with me to LSU. Sure enough, the offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss Jr., hopped on the flight. I think their defensive coordinator hopped on the flight, and they're already going to LSU. And now you have an interim coach. You don't have a head coach, offensive coordinator, or a defensive coordinator leading you guys into the playoffs. So I think that's just a dick move. If I'm a senior and Lane Kiffin's my head coach and he leaves you before you guys before the playoffs even begin, I don't like that at all. I think that's kind of bullshit. In other college football news, nope, Hank, go.
I'm sorry, but that right there is almost like to the players, like the college kids. That's like a career fuck over moment. It's like, I don't care about you. I only care about me and my money. Go, like, good luck. We'll see where you get drafted. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be pissed, dude.
Wanted to be closer to his daughter's boyfriend. I think that totally makes sense. Not weird at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, all the Ole Miss sorority girls have been invited over to his house. He's kind of tired of the Ole Miss sorority girls. He wants to go over to LSU. Totally get it, no problem. Just kind of switch it up a little bit. That makes sense for Lane Kiffin. Yeah, other college football news. I had so much Mark Stoops hate stats because I know we're the official Kentucky football podcast of Chicago. They did just fire Mark Stoops before the podcast. I will not rant on Mark Stoops. Except I did talk myself into Brian Kelly becoming the head coach of Kentucky football, which is bad for me. All right. Other college football news. Michigan State's expected to hire Pat Fitzgerald as their head coach. This one's fun. Good to see Pat Fitzgerald back. Obviously, we know he got fired from Northwestern during the hazing scandal. I hope he learned his lesson. Maybe the players should stop pissing on the freshmen. I feel like we totally swept this scandal under the rug. So I did want to bring up another time, all the kids out there who have an offer for Michigan State and are thinking about going to play for Pat Fitzgerald. At Northwestern, once a year, there was a tradition called the car wash. One player freshman would take turns standing naked at the entrance of the showers and spinning around, rubbing up against the other teammates. That's hazing. Another player was forced to do an under center exchange, completely naked. If you're a kid and you want to go play for Pat Fitzgerald, this is just something you might have to experience. We're just putting it out there for people to hear about. So, no clue where I was going with this, but just something to remember in all the recruits out there for Michigan State. Just telling you, be careful, head on a swivel, because otherwise balls might be on a fucking swivel on your head. We could switch over to Chicago Bulls talk if you guys want. I have opted out of all of the Bulls talk for the rest of the year until Billy Donovan and Vooch are gone. And then this isn't Bulls talk at all, real quick. Zach LaVine getting bitched at by the fan fucking rocks. I stand with that guy. Devlin Carter, I'm in talks to get him to come on the podcast for bitching out Zach LaVine. But we could get into Bulls talk if you guys want, but I'm opting out.
Connor, that's on you, man. I don't have much. I haven't been able to watch them. I've been too busy
It
with
just
hockey.
seems like the Bulls, like, you know, they started off hot and whatever, but I've never been really a fan of Billy Donovan. His coaching is just like annoying, and he plays players over other players that don't deserve it, like Patrick Williams over Matas. And it's like, dude, I don't know. He did really well on Oklahoma City with young guys, and was able to like get them to be a playoff team and all that. But guess what? They had to move on from him so that Oklahoma City could go far in the playoffs. And with the Bulls, I think they've made a play-in game twice or three times. It's like, I don't get what's so fucking good about this guy.
It's also not that hard to coach James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook, all MVPs in the NBA. So that was his OKC roster. So unless Josh Giddey, Matas Buzelis, and fucking Javon Carter, Ayo Dosunmu, like who are MVP candidates here? Vooch?
No, I get it. We have pieces that I like. I like Josh Giddey. I like Matas. I like Kobe White. I like Vooch too. I just think he obviously doesn't want to be on the Bulls, and it's time for him to be gone. Probably he's an offensive center. You know, some nights he has great rebounding numbers, but if he plays a guy that's bigger than him, and he's not winning those rebounds. So we need a guy that's just a like strong, like almost enforcer down there. I know the NBA is soft as fuck now. I haven't really watched the NBA in
Welcome
years.
home, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis gets injured if someone steps on his toe. So
not in Chicago. Once he starts getting some beefs and deep dish back in him, he will be made of steel. Okay, so Vooch needs a center next to him who's taller and can play defense, and then I will think he'll be good. He needs an Isaiah Hartenstein. He needs a Rudy Gobert. He needs a Robert Williams. He needs a Yusuf Nurkic. He needs a DeAndre Ayton. And you need to put Vooch at the 4, and you just got to go all big guys, but you do have to surround them with ball handlers. I do think Giddy is a ball handler. He's a floor general, just like Lonzo was, and Vooch could shoot threes, so that obviously helps the Bulls offense. I opted out of Bulls talk. Hank and Aaron, you guys chime. I opted out of Bulls talk. What do you guys
why
got?
you
Let's
chiming in?
let's get rid of this. All right, back to you guys from the studio.
Sorry, my headphones turned off, so I had to turn them back on real quick. And yeah, here's the thing. I haven't watched the NBA in a few years. I gave up on it, but when the Bulls were hot in the beginning of this season, I was like, oh, maybe it'll be fun to watch again. And it was for a couple of games, but you just see the flaws. You see where money isn't being spent. I liked when Vooch was like, they won a game by 1 point against a shitty team, and Vooch was like, our defense was soft as fuck. We were not good today, and like, and everyone was like celebrating, and he's like, fuck this. Like, you could just tell he's done. And that sucks. But also it's like, you kind of like that from like an old veteran, just like all these young guys are all happy you won a game. It's like, we played like shit. It's like, you kind of want that on your squad. But like, yeah, there's no Kevin Huerter. What is our team? Our team is just, a bunch of point guards, Vooch and Matas, and then Patrick Williams, who just throws threes up, and then 1 out of every 9 go in, and it's like,
Opting back in, Connor. We have Noah Asenge though, dude. I think that's what you're forgetting. Future
He's
MVP
injured.
of this league, Noah Asenge, future
He's
MVP
injured.
of the league.
He was playing. He's playing for the Windy City Bulls and putting up like 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and then comes to the Bulls and just is dog shit. It's so funny. But hey, he's young. Maybe he'll get better. Fucking Jalen Terry, that pick. What the fuck is that? Like this guy's on our team for what? What? Who gives a fuck? So he can sit on the bench and fucking smile at everyone. Like, I'm sure he's a nice kid, but that is not who we need on the fucking Bulls. They need to go get some dogs.
No, I'm more of a Windy City
McClung.
Bulls fan than actual Bulls fan. I love the Windy City Bulls. They're electric. It's going to be awesome when Mac McClung gets in the dunk contest this year, because you could just have whatever fucking G League players you want, and he wears a Jordan jersey and wins the dunk contest, and Matas won't miss 4 dunks in the dunk contest like last year. But we have the dunk contest champ, Mac McClung, in our G League team. So when the dunk contest comes around, that's going to be electric.
He's been on our team for a while. I think we drafted him, and then we let him go, and then I think he won the dunk contest last year. He wasn't even in the fucking league. So how does that work?
Well, that's like 3 years. NBA sucks.
The NBA sucks. It's a soft league. I don't know how they keep getting all these numbers. Is it because China's watching? Is that how they're getting all their numbers? Because that's fucking crazy.
Has to be NBA, the Taliban, Saudi money, maybe something like that.
But anyway, the Hawks are doing great. I don't know if you guys already talked about that. They're not doing great, but
we haven't talked about that.
They're doing good, and Bedard, it just looks like he's the next coming of Christ. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that, piggybacking on that was the addition on my Friday of chaos and awesomeness was the Bears won, and then me and my dad, thanks to Tom Dolan, shout out, offered me some tickets, and I grabbed them from him, and I got to go to the game with my pops, and we got to sit second row, and I got a puck, and the game was fucking awesome, dude. We lost 4-3, but I had a blast.
Isn't it crazy seeing them that up close during the game, and you're like, God damn, all these guys are like 5'7".
Dude.
It's like,
yeah, you see all the guys that are 5'7", and you see the big ass motherfuckers who are just like, how are you on skates?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I'm very, very happy you got to experience those seats. Yeah, my dad's been going to those for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, Mike.
And
shout out to Mike and Mark. They were awesome to sit next to. And it was really cool to just talk with them and stuff.
Yeah, my dad's friends probably, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. Fucking A. Well, what else is there in Chicago sports land?
I don't think so much of that else right now. I think we're good.
Only other thing on the White Sox front,
Oh,
Justin Ishbia met with the Pope. That's pretty fucking cool. He may throw out the first pitch to start the season. That's unbelievable. I don't think any team ever can say that they had that. I also saw that some dude riding with the Pope on the Pope Air Force or whatever that's called, gave him a bat signed by Nelly Fox. Is that right? I can't quite remember which player it was, but I love that people go to the Pope wherever the fuck he is in the world and give him Chicago memorabilia, and he seems to love it. So I think that's fucking awesome. I think that means that the White Sox will probably not lose 100 games this year, which would be awesome. Very, very high ceiling or high hopes for the team. I just hope they take a step forward, but with the Pope behind them, I feel like there's no way that they don't take a step forward this next year, especially after this last season. So yeah, shout out to the Pope.
I did see that Chuck Swirsky, the Bulls radio announcer, he also gave a jersey to the Pope the other day as well, a Bulls jersey. So, got to go to Rome and just meet up with the Pope because you're a Chicago sports announcer. Pretty fucking sick.
pretty sick, dude.
So sick. That's
yeah.
so sick. The
And
fact that
there's
like
there's people giving him or like holding up Aurelio's shirts, and I think someone brought him an Aurelio's pizza. I mean,
yeah.
the times are crazy right now. Times are fucking crazy. So that's why I think the Bears are on a mission from God, as the Blues Brothers would say. And
Trust God, as
Chicago's-
Kevin Warren would say.
yeah, trust God, dude. The gifts of or the clips of Kanye West singing his like spiritual, and then Kevin Warren holding his hands up and in the back behind Ben Johnson when he's doing good, better, best or whatever. Like it's literally like I'm like, God damn, I can't believe this is real life and this is our fucking team. It's so fucking awesome. It's just
I was gonna say,
we have the
Aaron, I
presence
think the
of,
guy punching the ceiling was Kevin Warren. I'd like to think Kevin Warren had his shirt off in the back of the locker room, punching a hole through the ceiling tile. He trusts God. He was punching through the ceiling to get a little bit closer to God. I would like to think that.
Yeah.
Might have been DeMarco Jackson or DJ Moore, but I would like to think it's Kevin Warren. All right, we're going to wrap up with this, boys. Rank your top 3 Chicago pizza places.
God.
I'll start us off. Rosati's is not on the list. Absolute dog shit. Too much oregano. I'll start us off classic. I'm going to go with the Giordano's. If you guys are going to crucify me if I don't put Aurelio's in there. And then just a classic Lou's butter crust. Basic list, but can't go wrong. I'll throw Pequod's in the honorable mention category. I'm also going to throw D'Agostino's in the honorable mention category. Over to you, Connor.
I don't think Giordano's is that good. But I like Pequod's more. Aurelio's number 1 for sure. Their tavern style. I mean, sausage pizza from Aurelio's. I get it with Jardiniere. But the Super 6, I mean, it's literally maybe the best pizza ever made. So, Aurelio's number 1. This is going to be a wild, but it could just be for nostalgia reasons. And I'm going to put these two in the same level because I don't even think Mama and Me's pizza even exists anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But, and then Nancy's Pizza in Tinley Park. And there's two reasons. And I'm considering these both the same because it's just regular ass deep dish pizza. But me and Hank always used to get Mama and Me's back in the day when they had their Monday 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
And we just go get like a cheese deep dish or a sausage deep dish and just smash that and play video games. So that was the best. And that just like, it's not the most amazing pizza, but I loved that place for that. So I loved it more than other ones. And then Nancy's, I lived in Tinley Park. My buddy worked at Nancy's and he'd bring home Chicago, or he'd bring home Nancy's deep dish all the time, and I would just smash that and be like hammered. And I'm like, this is the best fucking deep dish. But if I'm gonna do another tavern style, so there's a place in Glenwood called The Station, and this is a wild pick. They do a tavern style pizza. So on Wednesdays they used to do a pot roast sandwich. And then the next day they would do pot roast tavern style pizzas with Jardiniere. And it was so fucking fire. I'm gonna have to put that up there as my number 3. So I know that's 4, but yeah.
This is tough for me because like I'm just gonna say outright it's Aurelio's first. Sorry. This is just, you're on an Aurelio's first podcast. But I like second and third pizza joints just like don't like I don't have any care for them, I guess. It's like I'll go eat pizza. But yeah, I mean like same thing, like not to piggyback on Connor, but like Mamma Mia's is great. If I have to like pick, I guess who does it? Is it Illuminati's or Giordano's that does the patty?
Sausage crust. I think it's Illuminati's.
Yeah, no, fuck Illuminati's, don't want it.
Oh my god.
Giordano's is second, and then I guess third is just like some mom and pop shop somewhere. I know there was a good place by our old apartment, Aaron, but I'm not gonna steal that from you if you're gonna go for that. So
I'm gonna chime in. Pizza Lobo off the blue line. It's the
Pizza
one
Lobo's
that they go
good.
to in the Bear
okay.
with Jeremy Allen White, even though there's too much Jeremy Allen White in society. Aaron, what do we got?
Yeah, Aurelio's number 1. Obviously, literally on Saturday nights there'd be a 3-hour wait. That doesn't fucking happen anywhere, let alone a pizza joint. So you know it's good. People literally grow up there.
True.
All of our pictures are on the wall. That's kind of sick as well. So Aurelio's number 1. I'm a sausage mushroom guy, but as Connor mentioned, Super 6 is fantastic. The buffalo chicken pizza we get in the dish room was fucking fire.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think Aurelio's has to be number 1. The South Loop location is pretty good too, especially if you get it in the old oven. So little tip for all the listeners, get the old oven. They'll know what you're talking about. And then number 2 for me is a stuffed pizza that is in Glenwood and Highland, Aranello's. That's my like favorite pizza with my family that I would get any big occasion. Whenever I come
Yes.
home for Christmas, that's what we get on Christmas Eve. They're fucking awesome. Can't eat in there. You just got to get it to go. There's like, yeah, they're just, I don't know. I come back and I'm like, damn, yeah, like abuse me at the counter. That's what I want. That's what they do. Aranello's number 2. And then
Wait,
number
did you go to the Arnellas in Glenwood?
Yeah, that's what like I grew up going to, and then when my
Okay,
mom moved
good.
to St. John in the region, now we go to the Highland one. But the Glenwood one was fucking fire. That's what really cemented my love. And then I think, God, number 3 is hard. I'm gonna do an honorable mention afterwards, but number 3 for me is Michael's in Uptown. I don't know if that's the one you were referencing, Hank, but
Yeah.
Michael's is fucking awesome. Great bar, great food. It's really fucking annoying that they don't deliver west of Ashland. When I was staying in Lincoln Square for my cooking class, like they didn't deliver to me, and I'm like, buddy, like we're a fucking 7-minute drive, but whatever, that's fine. And then my honorable mention goes to Peace Pizza in
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Bucktown area, Wicker Park. It's fucking awesome, New Haven style, but if you get the atomic sausage made by Hot Doug, it's amazing. Like I've gone there and just crushed a whole large pizza by myself. So that's my honorable mention. I really fucking want pizza now.
Yeah.
It's just you
I
could
got
throw a fucking stone and get good pizza.
I got one more honorable mention. The Fifth Quarter in Homewood, Illinois, has really, really good pizza, and it's the old Aurelio's recipe from way back
I
in the
didn't know
day.
that.
And then, yeah, they sold it to the Fifth Quarter, and the Fifth Quarter used to do a really good pie. I haven't been there in a few years, but back in the day, they did a really fire pizza. And that's what's amazing about Chicago pizza places too. And Chicago as a town and the suburbs. Any random bar you walk into could have literally one of the best pizzas you've ever had. And it's just their fucking regular pizza at a dive bar in fucking wherever, South
Yeah.
Holland.
Yeah.
You know, like,
So
so
true.
it's, and places out here in Washington or like when I lived in Colorado, like they don't do it like that. And it's not, it doesn't, it's just not, it's not like a family sit down thing. Like no one does like pizza Fridays or like just like shit. I think like that's more of an East Coast Midwest thing. No one does that shit out here. The people are like it's, if you ate pizza twice a week out here, people would be like, something's wrong with you. So like,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I miss that. I miss that shit. That's why I'll be moving back soon. So
I asked that because it is prime deep dish and stuffed crust season, I would say, when it's cold out. I think I
Yep.
had pizza 5 out of the 7 days this week. So,
there you go.
House Beer Hall,
Gino's
the best recommendations out
East.
there.
Gino's East has it's a touristy place, I guess, kind of, but they have a pretty fucking delicious deep dish. So that's also one. Giordano's just seems too like mainstream, like they sell it in grocery stores and shit, and it's just not my cup of tea. But I get it if you're getting it straight from the tap, straight from the source, you know.
Agreed.
It's definitely been falling off a little bit lately in quality. It was definitely the best thin growing up. Deep dish, best growing up was definitely Lou's, but I don't know. Like I said, Pequod's, Pizza Lobo, and I'm not allowed to name New York pizza restaurants. Broncos just beat the Commanders in OT.
Damn.
All right, boys. That's
How did
pretty
they
much all I
win?
got.
How did they win?
Commanders went for 2 in overtime with a chance to win the game or lose the game, and Mariota's pass got deflected by Nick Benito, who should win Defensive Player of the Year.
Did Bo Nix throw another touchdown to win the game?
No, it was a run to RJ Harvey.
God damn it.
All right, Connor, outro, hit us.
All right. We just beat the fucking Philadelphia Eagles. The Bears are the first in the NFC. The entire conference, the National Football Conference, the Chicago Bears are in first place. We're playing the Packers at 3:25 Chicago time on Sunday, and we are going to blast their fucking ass. And Jordan Love is a bum. Chicago is back. The Bears are back. The Pope is with us. God is with us. Fucking, it's unbelievable to be a Bears fan right now. And I've never felt better and more confident. And if they ruin my high, I'm writing a fucking letter. Go Bears. Hallis Beer Hall podcast. I'm with the boys. We're drinking beers. The vibes are high. If you've listened to us since we went to Arizona last year, it's been a lot of downs. It's been a lot of downs. But we're on our way back up, baby. And we're on our way back up to the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallis Beer Hall. Peace.
Well, a lot of things happen today.
Sometimes life deals you bananas and you gotta just say, fuck it, I'm gonna eat that shit.
I'm not touching it. Cut it. Cut it.
We're cutting it. We're done.
I had to tie that in.
We're out.
And they were all great. And they were all thrilling. And they were all dramatic.
But you know what? Get big, get tough, and get fucked.
Too bad we couldn't have had
Hot, juicy cake takes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some
that's
some
fine.
hot cakes on the griddle, you know what I'm saying?